Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger with my new website, sacredsoulempowerment.com or ColleenLemma.com. You should also check out my new Facebook page at Sacred Soul Empowerment. And of course, I'm still the spiritual consultant and angelic astrologer with angelmessenger.net. So we're here to do the weekly angel card reading for Monday, March 16th through Sunday, March 22nd, 2015. It's been a very busy and active and intense last couple of weeks in a good way and in a positive way. I feel like there's a lot of positive changes going on. And this upcoming week is not going to be any different. There's a lot of astrological things happening this week, a lot of powerful things happening this week. And to get into the astrology, we're going to start by looking at Monday the 16th. And on that day, we have Mercury in the sign of Pisces. It's newly gone into the sign of Pisces now, and it's going to be making a challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius, which has also just very recently gone into retrograde motion. So when we have Mercury in Pisces, first of all, Mercury in Pisces can be a little confused as to what they're thinking, what direction to go in. It's very good for meditation. It's very good for creative and artistic things, but to have any kind of logic or solid kind of practical thinking, Mercury in Pisces has a difficult time anyway. And then when you add the fact that it's in this challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius, I think it's just going to kind of compound that confusing energy a little bit more. You might feel really stuck with your thinking processes, your ideas. You might even feel a little bit of a depression or a little bit of negative thinking. So that's a day that we want to push through. Now, on that day also, and this is the big day that we've been talking about for a really long time, is the Uranus-Pluto square. That last square between Uranus and Pluto is in its exact configuration on March 16th. So we have both of those things happening, and again, we've been feeling that Uranus-Pluto square build for quite some time, and just because it comes to a head on Monday the 16th doesn't mean that it's done and over with, because those planets are so very slow moving, and they're considered generational planets, which means it's affecting us on a largely collective level. And although they may affect us personally too, this is affecting all of the world and all of humanity, bringing about change and transformation and redirection and death and rebirth kinds of energies that this planet is in need of. So again, Monday we have a lot of powerful energy just starting out the week. As we move into Tuesday, the planet Venus, which rules love and relationships, it also rules money and finances and our values. It's moving into one of its home signs of Taurus. Venus rules both Taurus and Libra in the zodiac. And so as Venus moves into Taurus, she's going to feel very much at home here. She's going to feel very comfortable, and it's going to be in Taurus until April 11th. And so it's going to highlight again what we value in our lives. What is it that we value? What makes us feel secure? What gives us that sense of stability and security that we desire in our lives? So those types of energies are going to be highlighted while Venus is in Taurus. As we move into Wednesday the 18th, Mercury, again still in Pisces, is going to be coming up to meet Neptune in Pisces. Now this happens really early Eastern Daylight Time on Wednesday. So we're even going to feel this on Tuesday, the day before, depending on what part of the world you're in. And again, as I said, Mercury in Pisces is not very logical or practical or intellectually inclined. It's all about feeling and emotion and creativity and, just kind of allowing spiritual messages and information to kind of flow in and through us. And with it coming up to meet Neptune, it's going to heighten that even more. On the same day, the moon is also in Pisces, and it comes up to meet both Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. And so this is going to be a wonderful day to just put out your intentions through visualizations, not through logic, not trying to be practical about things, but to just kind of go into your feeling. And it would be great for meditation. And again, creative and artistic things will be highlighted on this day. So just kind of go with the flow with the information that comes through from spirit, from your angels and guides. Allow your creativity to just kind of pour forth. It's going to be a hugely spiritual and inspirational day from, universal realms, from spirit realms. Then on Friday the 20th, this is something that, again, we are building towards throughout the week. And again, the last couple of weeks has been, again, a lot of powerful energies that's building towards a lot of change and redirection that's still happening in our lives, even though that Pluto-Uranus square happened Monday. On Friday the 20th, we have a new moon solar eclipse at the very last degree of Pisces, 29 degrees of Pisces, just before both the sun and the moon will be moving into Aries. And that is called the vernal equinox. It's the beginning of a new year astrologically for astrologers. When the sun moves into Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, it signifies a new start, new beginnings, fresh energy, new direction, independence, leadership ability. So it's really a take charge kind of energy that we move into. But remember that new moon solar eclipse happens at the last degree of Pisces. So it's right before the sun and the moon move into that first sign of the zodiac. So there's something that's still needing to be finished up here. A new moon is about new beginnings. The sign of Aries that both the sun and moon move into after the solar eclipse is about new beginnings. But the 29th degree of Pisces itself, that last degree, is signifying that we're bringing something, energies or situations or circumstances or relationships, we're bringing things to a conclusion because of that 29th degree. Now the fact that it's a solar eclipse, it heightens the energy even more. It's going to be really, really powerful. So it's all about endings and new beginnings all wrapped up into one. And then we move into Saturday the 21st towards the end of the week. And the moon, of course, is still in Aries, and it sets off that Pluto-Uranus square that just happened on Monday, and also comes up to meet with Mars, the planet of energy and action and forward momentum, that's still in Aries as well. So a lot happening this week, a lot of energy revving up for this new beginning energy, with, again, the sun moving into Aries, the moon in Aries setting off the Pluto-Uranus square. There's just a lot of power-packed, intense energies this week. So I look forward to seeing what the angels and guides have for us. We're going to be using the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue for this weekly reading. As you can see, there's a card back here that when I was meditating and shuffling the cards, I actually dropped a bunch onto the floor. And when I went to pick them up, I was still holding the bulk of the deck in my hand. And I picked up the cards off the floor and I looked, and on the table, there was one card sitting there by itself. And so I asked the angels and guides if that was a special message card for everyone, and they said yes. We're also choosing one special message card right here from the Goddess Oracle by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And we're going to see what that special message is for everyone for the week as well. Your special message card for the week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to come through the Messages from Your Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. And let's start by looking at your stones of choice for the week. Okay, so this is celestite. This is pretty heavy, so I'm having a hard time even holding on to it. But celestite, this is a celestite cluster. And the celestite stone has a very high vibrational energy. It connects us to the angelic realm and the messages from our angels and guides. And it's just a very powerful stone for meditation and for even channeling information. Your second stone of choice, this is an Atlantean record keeper crystal. So it's a very clear quartz crystal. You can see right through it. It's so clear. It's got what we call information within it. If you know anything about crystals, there's some clear quartz crystals that have indentations in it, and those indentations are coded information. It also, on the back of it, you might have a hard time seeing, but it also has a couple of almost like little crystals growing out within the crystal, and that's why this is also called a record keeper crystal. So again, this Atlantean record keeper crystal has a lot of ancient knowledge and wisdom within it. And then our last stone of choice is an amethyst point, and this is one of my larger ones. And the amethyst, again, it vibrates to the crown chakra and brings forth divine guidance, opens us up to the universal energies of God, and brings us forth, again, that higher divine wisdom and information. So these are all highly intuitive stones that can bring forth a lot of wonderful information. Again, we have the celestite cluster, the Atlantean record keeper crystal, and the beautiful amethyst point. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the cards. I'm just going to reposition myself in my chair here so I can get better to this. And we're going to ask our angels and guides of the highest vibration of light, the angels and archangels, ascended masters, and all of those that can bring forth whatever wisdom is in our highest and best interest to know for this particular week. And just looking for cards that kind of stick out or jump out, and this one wants to fall, so I'm going to actually pull that one for the last card and put this aside, and let's see what the messages are for this week. So the first card that we have here is the Four of Earth, and it says, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to those less fortunate. Now, when I read the messages at the bottom, I don't really tune into really any of those, and what they said to me right away when I turned this over was that we're trying to build a sense of security and a solid foundation and a solid direction for ourselves. You know, we're dealing with the number 4, and the 4 is about security, and it's about manifestation, and the Earth card is, again, it's something tangible. So we're working on projects and goals, and we're working on our destiny path and trying to manifest that destiny path. And I feel that this by itself is just giving us that message that, you know, it's through our efforts, it's through our focus, it's through organization, it's through our work, the work that we're putting towards, that is going to bring us the tangible results that we're seeking in building that direction or that focus or that security that we're looking for in our lives, within our relationships, within our projects, and within our career path and life path. But I think we need to turn over the second card to get even more information. Okay, so now we have a major arcana, and this is the Lover's card. This is Archangel Raphael, and it says intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. So the angels are telling me that this has a dual meaning, okay, because oftentimes we see the Lover's card and we think relationships. I mean, that's very obvious and logical. And in fact, this does, in a sense, deal with relationships. So romantic partnerships, people that you're very close friends with, or even those that you're working closely with as a business partner. Even family. You know, it's relationships that are on a very kind of deep spiritual and emotionally connected level that this is referring to. And with that first card that we already talked about, the Four of Earth, I feel like we're trying to bring some sort of clarity and a sense of groundedness to these relationships. And when we're dealing with romantic relationships with this, your angels and guides are saying that, you know, we are looking for bringing into manifestation. Some of you out there are looking to bring into manifestation that significant other that you're looking for. They're reminding me that the North and South Node right now are in Aries and Libra. The North and South Node are destiny points, karmic destiny points. And for a while now, the nodes have been going through the Aries and Libra opposition of signs here. You know, it's been going through that axis of Aries Libra, which is self versus others. You know, me and my desires versus finding the other and the other's desires, and kind of us coming into a union. And that to me is what this is about, is two people trying to find themselves and come into a union, a balanced union. With the number 6 here, I always think of two triangles, one pointing upwards and one pointing downwards. That creates the Star of David pattern, which has 6 points to it. And it's always, to me, a phrase of as above, so below. And so, again, we're trying to create and manifest with that 4 of Earth that significant relationship and partnership that we really long for and dream for in a romantic sense, in a soulmate sense, if you will. Again, soulmates, though, cover a broad range, not just romantic relationships, but a lot of different kinds of relationships, family and friends, and even those that we work with. So the other message to this, aside from it being a romantic level of relationships, is that we're looking to manifest and bring people into our lives that is going to help us further our goals, further our ambitions, help us to unfold our destiny path. Because, you know, it really is all about relationships with others as we're here on the planet. We can't really do anything all by ourselves all of the time. It's through interaction with others and supporting one another and helping one another and sharing with one another that the greatest growth and evolution occurs. And this is signifying that as well, is that, you know, through that interconnectedness with other people in our lives, that it's really bringing about the greatest growth and evolution that our souls can experience. Okay, so I feel like there might still be something more that's going to come in here, but I'm going to go ahead and turn over the last card. And we have another major arcana. So again, powerful week, just like I said. And again, the Wheel of Fortune is number 10 with Archangel Michael. And it says, a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, and fortune is on your side. So again, if we follow, you know, the two different themes that we have going on here this week, manifestation of the partnership that we seek. This to me is saying that there is a sudden shift of the energies, okay? It's almost like they're saying there's an ending and a new beginning of energy that's within this week happening. Because that's what the Wheel of Fortune really is. Just like it says, something suddenly moves forward. And the Wheel of Fortune is often about the releasing of the past or releasing of old energies, karmic situations or patterns, so that we can now move forward free and clear into where it is we're supposed to go next. And again, including relationship matters, and the fact that we have that new Moon Solar Eclipse, which is about new beginnings, but at the last degree of Pisces, which is about endings. This is really fitting for this week as far as what's happening. We're releasing old karmic belief systems, patterns, and energies within ourselves, within our psyche, and even on a physical manifestation level, perhaps leaving old relationships behind so that we can get ready for that new person to come into our lives. We can be ready for the new energy because we've done the work in releasing some of the old that needed to be released and healed. Now, on a different level, because not all of you out there are focused on relationships, but again, as far as working with others, you know, allowing others to help you and bringing forth that as above, so below in the manifestation of your goals and desires. The Wheel of Fortune here with Archangel Michael is saying, again, there's a turn of positive events happening, you know, similar to talking about the relationships, but now we're just talking about your projects, your goals, your career, your desires, your life path, your destiny path. And this is again saying that there's a karmic shift happening, the Uranus-Pluto square, the new Moon Solar Eclipse, the Sun moving into Aries. Later on in the week, the Moon in Aries setting off Pluto, Uranus, and Mars. It's all pushing things forward really rapidly at a really fast pace. There's a lot of things dropping away, energies dropping away that, again, we no longer need to carry because we're getting ready to be propelled into this new energy, this new way of life, this new way of being this new way of recreating ourselves and doing what it is that we're really here to be doing. And that's all going to start moving really fast. This is really super a positive message for the week. And I'm really excited that this is what has come up for the week. Let's take a look at the special message card from the Angel Tarot deck that I said was kind of sitting on the table. When I picked up all those cards, I fell on the floor. Okay, we have the Ace of Fire, and this is exactly what we've been talking about. It says, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. The aces are always about new beginnings. The fire element is about creative self-expression or creativity, and it's the spirit element. So this is definitely saying that it's time to move forward. You're on the right path. It's time for a fresh start. It's time for a new beginning. And I'm looking at the card here and trying to discern if these are all little flowers or if they were little butterflies. And it looks like flowers to me, but what it is they're budding flowers, flowers that are just starting to bloom. They're just starting to bud on those trees. And so again, this is showing a brand new energy that's coming into you. And whether this be a brand new energy as far as your personality, as far as, again, relationships or career or destiny path goals, it's saying that this is coming in fast, because the fire element, whenever we have fire coming up in the tarot, it's about fast movement. So get ready for that new beginning, and it is very, very positive and very timely. Let's look at the special message card from, what was that called? It was called the Goddess Oracle deck. And let's see what this special message is for everyone. Okay, this is the Goddess Bridget. And the word on the bottom says inspiration. And if you look at the imagery of this card, Bridget, it's almost like a triple goddess image, because there's three faces here to this image, all with fire kind of coming out of the crown chakra and going upwards towards universe. And again, fire is creative. It's a creative element. And sometimes unpredictable, but it doesn't have to be negatively unpredictable. It's passion, it's creative, it's inspirational, just like the word says, inspiration. And in each one of these images or faces, she's holding something different. She's holding a harp here, which signifies kind of music and artistic endeavors. She's holding fire in the middle, which is again about creative inspiration or creative development, and again fast movement and new beginnings. And over here on this side, she's holding a flower, significant of new growth. And again, evolution on a tangible level, because a flower comes from the earth, and the earth is something that's very tangible. So here again, we have all of these different creative elements coming together, and I feel like the message here is to allow your inspiration and creativity to shine through, and allow yourself to be open, just like here, the fire coming out of the head is indicative of the crown chakra opening to greater inspiration and higher guidance from universe, from spirit, from God, and being able to bring down and channel that creative and inspirational energy through you, through whatever project or avenue or direction, depending on, again, what she's holding in her hands here, that you desire. So this is a very, very positive week, going right along with the last 2 weeks, which were also very positive. So feel a lot of positive, creative, and new directional energy that's coming in for everyone. Let's see what your special message is, depending on your stone of choice. So again, we're going to ask all of the angels and archangels, guides, master guides, teachers and healers of the light, the ascended masters, to come in and give us whatever message is in everyone's highest and best interest, depending on their stone of choice. So for those of you that chose the Celestite cluster, your message is Archangel Gabriel, and it says, you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So Archangel Gabriel is the messenger angel. Again, creative inspiration, creative self-expression, using words, ideas, thoughts, teaching, speaking, writing in some way, sharing information in some way is what Archangel Gabriel is about. So whether your path is involving words and sharing of ideas and information, or whether this is Archangel Gabriel trying to give you messages, because she is the messenger angel, she may be trying to give you a message that is in your highest and best interest this week. So either way, pay attention to the signs you're getting, the information you're getting through other things that people say, through things you might hear on the radio or witness in your everyday life or read on the internet. This is about information and messages coming to you through information and or you utilizing, again, that information and your words and ideas on your life path. So, very powerful message. Let's look at what the special message is for those that chose the Atlantean Record Keeper Crystal. And this one that's touching my finger is calling me. And this is Layla. And it says, spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So some of you may be feeling a little bit lackluster, or maybe feeling a little confused, or maybe things are happening so fast and so intensely you're not grounded. And none of these are necessarily negatives, and I don't feel any negatives from this card. This is just saying that you need to kind of spend some alone time because the energies are so intense and so powerful. Get out into nature because nature is very grounding. Nature is very healing. Nature can help us to retain or gain a sense of balance and direction in our lives. And I feel like this is also a very positive message in saying that if you get out in nature and focus on visualizing what it is your intentions are all about, that especially if you're near water, they're showing me this water element here in the background, that she's sitting next to some water. Water is a conductor of energy, and if you sit next to water out in nature, even if that water's still frozen, because here in the United States we're still in sort of winter time here, but if you're near water, it's going to help to magnify your intentions. It's going to help to conduct those intentions to the universe so that they manifest even more quickly. So I feel, again, that this is a very positive message for you, that just getting out and spending some alone time to gather yourself and balance yourself and help you, again, to gain a little bit of clarity as to where you need to again, not feeling that this is a negative message at all, but again, feeling that this is just saying that you may just need to wait just a little bit longer to bring about the conditions that you're looking for, to bring about the results that you're looking for, to bring things into manifestation that you're desiring. Now, there's a lot of positive energy happening this week, so take the steps and, move forward. But don't have any expectations, and don't feel like you're not as far along as you should be, or that things should be moving more quickly. I feel like, to me, the message I'm getting is it's not going to take long. In fact, I almost feel like the next week, as we move again past that new moon solar eclipse on Friday and move past the weekend and into next week, I feel like you're going to start to see the movement happening, because for the next 2 weeks we'll be then building towards a full moon, which happens in April, And that full moon is going to be a lunar eclipse, which is going to be very, very powerful energies as well. So I feel like the 2 weeks after this week is when you're going to start seeing the movement and the creation and the manifestation that you desire. So again, no negatives here. Just, look, the other message here is that don't put all your eggs in one basket. They're saying that you may be focusing on one particular direction or one particular thing with a project or area of life. To open yourself up to other ideas, open yourself up to other inspirations, just like Bridget back there about inspiration. Open your crown chakra, ask your angels and guides to give you the information that is appropriate for you at this time, because I feel like there's something else. There's more information or another direction or another opportunity that's waiting to come in that just hasn't quite presented itself, but will very, very soon. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. Again, check out my new website, sacredsoulempowerment.com. You can also get to it through colleenlemma.com. Both my Facebook page, Colleen Lemma, and the new business page, Sacred Soul Empowerment, I do daily posts, some of them astrological, some of them about universal energies and guidance. And I want to thank all of you out there. The movement that I've had, the creative expansion that I'm going through right now, and heightening my goals and my ambitions, is because of you. It's because you're watching my videos and liking my videos, sharing my videos, my posts on Facebook. You're signing in for readings and healing sessions, and I'm able to grow more and more as a result of the energy interaction with you and because of your support. So I want to, take this moment and just thank each and every one of you and tell you how grateful and thankful I am for all of your energies and love and assistance in my life. And I send all of you much love and light. If I can help you in a much more personal way by doing a reading or a healing, please contact me. I would love to be able to assist you on your path so that it unfolds in the most empowering way for you. So until next week, love and light and many angel blessings.